I used to help the school owner Michael lose 18 pounds in under 2 months, and Furkan lose 24 pounds in just over 4 months, and I lost 13 pounds and got abs last year. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3-step walking system I and my clients use to lose fat consistently without spending hours away from school, so you can start losing fat too. So, walking. Walking is so powerful. And when I actually realized this was in September last year when I was in Greece. I was there with a friend just for a few days, and we were staying at this hotel where they had like all inclusive. You could just eat how much you wanted. So I ate like a lot. A big breakfast. I had like 10 eggs and bacon, and then I had like a big lunch, multiple portions. Same for dinner, and we were just like eating a lot. But then the thing was, I stayed lean. I think I even got a bit leaner when I got there because it was one thing we did so much when I was there that made me like stay lean and have and yeah, keep the fat up. And that was walking. We walked to the beach, walked on the beach, walked around the city, stuff like that. And we just walked so much. And me and my friend, we were both like we eating so much, but we still have like a great like 6 pack, and we're staying lean. It's the walking. We're just like walking so much. That's when I realized walking is so powerful. I even knew it before, but now I was like, damn, I can eat this much, but because I walk a lot, I'm staying lean. And walking also is the thing that it helps like all my clients lose fat. So diet is the main thing. I would say that's like 80, 90%. But then walking, it speeds it up, it makes it easier, and you can just lose fat way faster when you're walking too. And yeah, I make and yeah, most of my clients, I make them walk, get fit in some walking into their routine, and it helps them all like lose fat consistently when they're walking. And one thing I like to say is the more you walk, the more fat you lose. They are so like connected. If if I ever want to lose more fat, I could just start walking more, and it's guaranteed I will lose more fat. Like they are so connected. Walking is the king for fat loss. It's the best exercise you can do. It's better than going to the gym. It's better than running. It's better than all this other stuff. It's the best one because it's so easy on the body to do. You can do it every day. You can do it a lot, and it like boosts the metabolism. All those things, which makes fat loss super easy. So now let me go into my full walking system. So you can start losing fat while being a busy school owner, and actually like how to do it without spending hours walking because we don't have that time. But before I get into it, I just want to show you quick my free community I have on Skool because I'm also a school owner. But yeah, you can check it out. It's linked in the description, and I post there regularly. I have a lot of my clients, friends also post in there, and yeah, it's solid. So check it out. And I also have like a diet and workout plan in in the classroom and a test run boost protocol, which is really powerful. So check it out. It's completely free. Excited to see you in there. But now let's get back to it and let's get into the busy school owner walking method. So this is the system I use to lose fat by walking. I have the system I help my clients implement so they can lose fat also consistently, and it's 3 steps. But the one thing is, I had this like client I worked with last year. He's a school owner. His name is Braden, and when we started working together, he wasn't walking anything. Like uh, maybe just a few minutes a day, like less than 20 minutes. And because he wanted to like lose some fat, get stronger, have more energy, we needed to like implement some walking to help with that. And I was like, can you start like walking 40 minutes a day? Like just go outside walking. And he was like, no, like I'm grinding on business, I'm building up my school community and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I understand. But, like I'm the same. I'm also trying to work a lot. So what we did instead was I thought of, okay, like how can we fix this? Then I come up with a solution. And I told him like, can you get a walking pad? Like it's these like small treadmills. You can have them like at your desk when you're working. I told him that, and he was like, "Yeah, I can look that up." And then he ended up buying one of those, and I was like, "Great, let's start walking. Like the more you walk, the more fat you will lose. Try aim for like at least 1 hour a day." And then just a few days after, he told me like, "Yeah, I'm walking like 1 to 2 hours a day now, and I'm just walking on the walking pad while I'm working." And then the crazy thing he told me was my energy and productivity is so much better now, like when I'm walking on the walking pad while working. So he fit it in. He started walking like consistently 1 to 2 hours a day, and he got more productive to build his like school community and business. So two things like got improved by just getting a walking pad, and that's the first step in my walking method in the full system. Like getting a walking pad. If you're a school owner, you're working a lot, and maybe you even have like a 9 to 5 job too, and your school community, and you just don't have the time, to go out for like 30 minutes, an hour every day, which I can understand. Like I don't have that time either. Then walking pad is the best option. Getting a walking pad, you can have it in your office or at home, like just walking on it while you're working. And one thing I did with another client named Shiafik, what he did, he said like at the end of every day he used to like watch TV with his wife and stuff, and or they would just like chill, and he said like, yeah, I can start walking 30 minutes easy on the walking pad while I do that, like watch TV and just like uh, sh- chill with his wife. So we did that. Like he got a walking pad, and now he's walking at least 30 minutes every day consistently because he's got a walking pad. So that's the first step in the school owner walking method. How to like get the walking in while you're busy. Getting a walking pad. That's the first thing, and I highly recommend it. If you are sitting down a lot and you trying to lose fat, you are really busy, getting a walking pad will be like a game changer. It makes you able to walk, but not needing to spend time away from school, from building your community, your business and stuff. You can do like work. uh, You can take calls. That's the thing you can do while walking. You can even write stuff or use like voice to text. You can use that tool if you want to like you script something or write messages or whatever. So there are work you can do while walking on the walking pad. If you're consuming a course or anything like that. So that's the first step, getting a walking pad. Then the second step is short breaks. So something I do a lot is, and I have done also in the past when I wanted to lose fat, was taking short breaks away from work. Like I work a few hours in the morning, then I go for like 5-10 minute walk. Work for a few more hours, then I maybe go to the gym, and then I like end the workout with 10 minutes of walking on the treadmill. And then let's say I come home, I work a bit more, maybe have dinner, then I'll take a 10 minute walk after that. Then I work a bit more. Then before going to bed, I go take a 10 minute walk. And I use fit those small walks into my routine, which first of all, it makes it like very easy to do because just like 5-10 minutes. Like They're less like mental resistance to do that. Like, okay, it's just a 10 minute walk. It's not that much. It's easy to do, and doesn't take too much time away from the work because it's just like a 10-minute break, not like 30 minutes an hour. And then also it recharges me, like it gives me energy. So it actually benefits my work because I go out, I get some fresh air, I get some, I, I can get some like new thoughts and just take a small pause away from the work. So I then can come back and like continue work and have like better performance on the work. So that's the second thing. Having like short breaks, using to recharge. So either you get the walking pad and you just do that like okay, for the first hour of the day you use the walking pad. Or if that's not doable, you go to the you do the short breaks. You fit that into your schedule. You can do also both. That would be probably even better. But this makes sure like you actually can do the walking. First of all, walking pad. But if you absolutely can't get that, then you can still fit in short breaks, short walking breaks. And then you have those short breaks, 5 to like 50 minutes. That's what I do, what I prefer. And then step three is once you have the walking pad, or you do like the short breaks, like and or do the short breaks, you have those, then you fit them in and like make it a routine. So let's say the walking pad, maybe you make a routine. Okay, 30 minutes at the start of every day, and then 30 minutes at the end of every day, for example, or like the first 1 hour of the day, or like or like after I have had my lunch, I walk for 1 hour. You choose like how long you're gonna do it, and what time of the day. And for walking, I recommend at least 5 minutes a day, and that's very doable too. At least 5 minutes a day, and use like fit them in with the short breaks. Let's say you're gonna go for that, then at least like three 10-minute walks, or like if you have two 10-minute walks and then two 5 minute walks, so it becomes at least 30 minutes. And then you analyze your schedule and you see when can I fit it in. Maybe you wake up at 7, you work from 7 to 9, then you take a 10-minute walk, then you work from 9 to 11, you have breakfast, then you take a 10-minute walk again, then maybe you have another 10-minute walk before sleeping, which can actually like help with the sleep because it releases stress and stuff. And you see, you just analyze your schedule because I bet you can fit in 30 minutes if you split it up like this. This is what I do with clients, what I do myself, and it always works. You always find those like small windows where you can fit that in. Even if you go to the gym, you can end the workout with a 10-minute walk, or like have it as a warm up, for example. So that's how you do it. You basically get a walking pad, start with the short breaks, also, or use the short breaks for walks if you can't absolutely don't get if you absolutely can't get the walking pad. Then you see how you can fit them in. Analyze your schedule, and then also starting small is very helpful. Like with walking, if you're gonna say like, oh, let me start 1.5 hour a day, or like 2 hours, that's pretty hard, and you're probably gonna fall off. Start small. Start with like today when you watch this video, go for a go for a 10-minute walk today. You can do that. Just do that. 10-minute walk. You can use it as a break from your business work. And then maybe you do that for a few days. Then maybe you add in another 5 minute one, and then maybe another 10-minute one. Then you're up to like 30 to 60 minutes. That's very doable. And you just put in those breaks in your routine, and you start like that, and then you can work it up over time because we want to build that consistent habit. We want to make it a routine. that actually like sticks. For example, I've been walking every day for almost a year now. I have that habit of after I've worked on my business, like I wake up at 7, work to like 8:20, so like 80 minutes. Then I go make coffee, and while the coffee is getting made in the machine, I go for a 5 minute walk. So that's how I found it. Instead of sitting there like waiting until the coffee is done, I go for a walk. Like I don't even lose any time. So that's the thing. Those are the like moments you need to look for. Or if you attend like a call, school news, for example, in the scholars community, you can uh, listen to it while you go for a walk, for example. Or if you're in another community or you have another course to consume, you can walk while you do that. So this is basically the full system. I hope I made it clear enough that yeah, walking is super powerful. The first step is getting a walking pad. If you get that, the walking is pretty much very easy. But then if you can't, or you want to even walk more, you use short breaks, use it to recharge, and then you write down like when you're gonna do it and how long. That's very important. You don't just guess. You don't, oh, I'm gonna walk now. Now let me do it in 1 hour, because then you need to use mental bandwidth and basically waste mental bandwidth on that, and you're more likely to skip it. So you just like choose when you're gonna do it every day and for how long. And you can also work on it over time, like start small, like I said, something you can adjust over time to make it even better. And now some of you will say like, I'm working all the time, I don't have time to walk. First of all, fit it into your schedule. I also work like 10 hours a day, but I fit it into my schedule. Like I said, when my coffee is getting made in the machine, I'm going for a walk. And before, I also used it as more breaks, and I could end my gym workouts with like 5 minutes, 10 minutes of walking, which like 5, 10 minutes longer workouts in the gym. Like it's not a huge deal. Like it's pretty much nothing. And then walk when you work, like my client Braden did. He was like editing his YouTube videos, scripting, doing business work, and he was just walking on his walking pad. So the walking pad will solve all this problem of like, yeah, I'm too busy, I don't have time for walking. Getting the walking pad will completely solve that because you can work while you walk. And then something is better than nothing. Like everyone can do 30 minutes. And if you absolutely can't do 30 minutes, I bet you can do 20 minutes or 10 minutes. But something is better than nothing. That's very important. So you can always fit in some walking. Like if you start walking, you will lose fat faster. If you start walking more, you will lose fat even faster. But uh, only a bit of walking, it will still help. If it's only 15 minutes, 30 minutes, it will still help. It's better than nothing. So try to fit in 30 minutes a day is a good goal to aim for. And I currently have 3 spots open to work with me one on one to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. So if you're curious, there is a link to apply in the description. First come, first serve. Only have a few spots left. But a conclusion is of this video is walking is awesome. Absolute hack for losing fat as a busy school owner, but also it helps with energy, productivity, focus, which you can use to grow your school community. I've heard many of my clients say like, yeah, now when I'm walking more, like I have more mental energy, I can focus better, my productivity is better, all those things. So there are great benefits too, which I'm also seeing from walking more. So start walking, actually get it into your routine. You will thank me later. You will see the scale start dropping faster, or start dropping if you're not like losing fat right now. And fit it into your routine, make it like part of your lifestyle, and make it like easy to stick to by using the methods I said with the walking pad, with the short breaks, use it to recharge, vitamin. and make it a routine. But this was my full walking system for busy school owners. How you can start losing fat by walking more, and how you can actually start walking more by using the 3 steps I shared. So I hope this video was helpful, and see you in the next one. Take care.